should know. the look on Gigi's face, and I don't believe this is the actual moment of when they won the Dusty Cup.
Yeah, it isn't.
But her look of just like, this is the team we're facing? Talent has fell off.
And keeping up appearances. Like I did tell you, I only prepared one thumbnail. Well, essentially one, because
oh man, there she is. She's gone. She's gone.
like I said, you wanted JC's face covered up. For historical purposes.
Just to make it easier post credits, so people be like, "Oh yeah, who was that?" Nah.
So yeah, they're basically different images on the right.
Yeah,
but one was more easier to cover up her face.
It almost looks animated. Like
I like how it's like when we cover up her face, like EO and Kaylee Ray are like really happy we done so, and then Mandy's like, "Oh, he really did that."
oh no, he didn't. JC will be here forever, ever. As she slowly fades away like the Back to the Future image, like she was never there.
And we'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Watching at home, watching on your laptop, watching on your TV. March 25. That's tomorrow. Me, Marcus. WrestleMania. Marcus, Manny, Ross. March 25. WrestleMania. Watch along. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Usual times, as always. I can't do that voice for prolonged periods.
What? I thought you were going to be able to keep it up. We're going to be at 2 p.m., 11 p.m., a.m., and then 6 GMT or BST or whatever time it's called these days. We're going to be there live, baby. Doing a watch along. Yeah.
Him with that Batista, yeah. But what else is coming, Marcus? What else is coming?
Oh, man.
Next Tuesday.
Get your hair done. Get your hair did because, baby, it is a Toupee Tuesday.
March 29. Toupee Tuesday. The Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Manny, Marcus, bald as ever. On Tuesday, this March 29th, they'll have 4 heads of hair.
Yep. Full head of hair.
Toupee Tuesday.
Yep, you need to respect that. It's gonna be Toupee Tuesday. I'm gonna have a taco with that Toupee Tuesday. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be the greatest Raw Report review of all time, where we talk about, spoiler alert, Cody Rhodes showing up. Cody will be talked about, and Kevin Owens and Brock and Roman, their final confrontation before their final confrontation on SmackDown. It will be an amazing Toupee Tuesday. I can't wait. Finally, I have the hair that I was always meant to have.
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and he is
Marcus the Great! win. Just jumping through your TV. Just pulling all the energy back, baby. Pulling all the energy back. The is the grand finale.
Marcus, I don't know how long we could keep this energy going on.
I can keep it all day, brother. I can keep it all day. And with that pose, I want to say fuck Hulk Hogan. We're about to go hard on this show because I have nothing, and I mean nothing, to talk about on this show. I got the hate. It's all love and rose petals and stuff. Just anger. Anger.
Oh, I've got something to hate.
Oh.
An individual.
Ooh. Who's
Someone that claims to be a Spanish god.
Ooh.
Spanish fraud.
You're a fake Latino.
Should we kick off with AEW?
Yeah, sure. Either one. The way the shows went, and I'm not saying there was a bad show amongst them, but I felt they were relatively even, in which we got good action. There's not a newsworthy show. There isn't that buzz show. So we can start with AEW. Dynamite.
This happened yesterday on the 23rd of March. It kicked off with CM Punk versus Dax Harwood for no reason, but the match was really good.
Yeah, this is one of those where you just tune in. One, I didn't know CM Punk was starting the show at wrestling. I was like, oh, CM Punk's got something to say. But nope, he's had an immediate match with Dax, and I went, oh, it's going to be great. And it was.
It was a really good match, despite the numerous shots of the ass boys. Didn't need it, but it's like apparently he was setting up a feud for later where they called the ass boys Billy's sons, spoilt brats, in a backstage segment. But during this match, it was really good. You forget that Dax can actually wrestle singles as well occasionally.
Well, whenever Dax pulls out the singles, I always feel like it's like when an artist decides to, like, instead of doing their traditional music, they decide to, like, I'm going to show you what I can really do solo wise. And it's like, oh man, this is amazing. Like someone in a band, you'd be like, wow, this person's amazing by themselves. Cash, you don't necessarily need it. Nah, but I love these little samples of Dax when he goes out and does these singles matches. Because he's always, I don't know if he's never not delivered in AEW in singles matches. Like they're amazing.
Yeah, but that was the thing. The moment you saw his opponent was going to be Dax, I was like, this match is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, it's Dax.
Like, if you threw anyone out there, like anyone, I don't know who else you could have thrown out there. I don't know.
One of the ass boys.
Yeah, you would have looked at us like, I don't care about this match. Felt like I was fully entertained with this match, where Dax applies a sharpshooter, but then it's countered into the Anaconda Vice, and then Punk motions for the title, and that was it. We didn't hear anything else other than that, and it was interesting.
I feel like this should have ended with, dude, I almost had you. Dude, you never had me. You never had your car. And then he's like, well, it doesn't matter. Race is winning, but some people race with respect. That's how I thought this match should have ended. With that conversation. Because that's what it was about. But it was a really good match that had the unnecessary ass boys feud somehow in there. But,
I don't think it really needed it because, like, realistically, I thought from what was going on for the last 2 weeks, it appeared that FTR were going to end up feuding with the Young Bucks again, but it seems like the Bucks weren't even on TV at all.
Yeah. This is one of those times when I really actually want to hear from CM Punk for whatever reason. Where you going next, buddy? Like, what's next for you? Like, I want to hear it. Instead, we got this random match. And good match, but very random. Very random.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I do like when we are thrown up like random little treats like that. But like, so I feel like matches like that should have a purpose. Because like that seemed like it needed a purpose.
Yeah.
So we move on to the next match with Sting, Darby Allin, and the Hardys versus Private Party and the Butcher and the Blade. How many times,
guys and a little baby?
Yeah. How many times are they going to throw Darby Allin down the stairs? Like I feel like they look at the calendar like, oh, we haven't thrown him down the stairs in a while.
Like, oh shit, is that what today? Oh my god, it's March and we haven't threw him down the stairs yet. It's the 24th of March and we haven't threw Darby down the stairs yet. Someone who wants to do it this week? The Butcher. My turn. It's my turn to throw Darby. I feel like everybody's got their shot to throw Darby somewhere and off the stairs, but when he got thrown down the stairs, I went, oh shit. No. He kept rolling. And I was like, this is the longest staircase ever. And then I was like, oh, I wonder how he's gonna no sell this one. No, he never came back.
I feel like he died. He honestly, I feel like he died. But I don't like the way they shoot matches like this. I think because the way it comes off is like it's all over the place. Like you're going from what's going on in the back with Jeff and the rest, and then to the ring where Sting and Matt Hardy and I can't remember who else was still on the other side on that. And then it was just going back and forth, and it was like really like distracting.
Caesar inducing chaotic.
Yeah, it was very. It made it seem more chaotic than it actually was, because it didn't seem that it didn't seem like it was chaos. It was like controlled chaos, but like they going back and forth. It just seemed like we shouldn't be doing that.
I was okay with it. I feel like they missed some of the spots, but other than that, it was a very high energy match that I think probably should have started the show, and maybe the show could have ended with Dax and Punk for whatever reason. I don't know, wherever the structure was. I just didn't prefer where the main event was, and I would have moved some stuff around. But maybe this would have ended the show as well.
I don't think this should have ended the show. I think either I think you have your champion. So I would have thought end with Adam Cole versus Jay Lethal and have your champion and all that happen, because it ended off like how they would normally end Dynamite with someone making the save and stuff like that. But like I thought that would have been a better thing, because the champion they always make their champions look like a bit part.
He just in a random portion of the show, not top of the hour, not the start of the show, not the end of the show. Just be like, oh, it's 37 minutes into a show, the champion is out there. Like, oh.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Adam Cole versus Jay Lethal match was really good. We'll get back to the other stuff in a minute. Seeing as we're here, we might as well talk about it.
It was okay.
No, it was. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I was like, where did they dig up Jay Lethal again? It's like, oh, we still have you too.
Yes, former Ring of Honor champion, former TV Ring of Honor champion. Yeah. The House of Truth. Oh man, where your cornrows? Oh, you haven't had those in years. Still dig them up. Dig them up. But I think that is the next match after the 8-man. Or do you want to talk more about this 8-man tornado chaotic match?
I think I want to talk more about Bryan Danielson and Mox versus the Varsity Blondes.
Okay,
that's what happened after the 8-man. But have you got anything else you want to add from Adam Cole, Jay Lethal?
Well, I was going to go back to the 8-man and talk about Andrade is still useless, and I feel like this feud should be done. They beat the entire AFO. I believe that's what they're called, the Andrade Family Organization. Yeah, the office or whatever. They beat all of them, so this feud's done, right? It has to be done. What else can we continue to do with this? Let's move on to Darby Allin getting thrown down the stairs by Jeff Hardy next. And Jeff Hardy going like, yeah, I would have been doing the same thing, man, but I'm not that young anymore. Let's go down those stairs. Let's throw each other downstairs.
Yeah, and then so jumping quickly back to the Adam Cole Jay Lethal, Cole gets on the mic after the match, just states he deserves the AEW title more than anyone. Hangman stole the victory at Revolution, calls Hangman a coward. Hangman comes out, whips him with his belt. But Hangman gets outnumbered. And who makes the save, Marcus?
Wasn't it Red Dragon?
No.
Jungle Boy makes the save! Jungle Boy makes the save! I forgot! I honestly forgot what happened. I just remember Adam Cole.
I lobbed it for you. I lobbed it for you to do.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm Russell Westbrook, and I just can't get shit right these days. But Jungle Boy did make the save, and that's how 90% of Dynamites have something like that. My whole thing about this, back to the match. The Jay Lethal Adam Cole match, it was what it was. I wasn't really blown away by it. I feel like I should have been. But I think the Dax and CM Punk match was so good. It was the only other singles match to compare it to. And I was like, this is way better than what they're doing. And I hate Jay Lethal's triple dives. I hate that. And it takes me right out of the match every time he does it because it has no impact whatsoever.
Yeah,
and then we get.
I feel like also you've got an Adam Cole Jay Lethal quite a lot because you watch a lot more wrestling than I do. So for me, like who probably I think this is the first time I've ever seen it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, maybe because I have seen it in Ring of Honor and stuff, and this is the one time, and probably in their feuds and fightings, where I absolutely knew Jay Lethal had no chance of winning because Jay Lethal has yet to win on TV. I think, right? He's had like 4 or 5 TV matches or whatever it is, and I think he has 0.
I don't think it has been 5. I don't think it's been 5. I think it's less than that.
Oh, he's on
that. I think it maybe 2 or 3 on TV, and the rest of it on AEW.
Yeah. So, and every time he's been on TV, he's lost. He's in that Matt Sydal. Who else? Brian Cage, I guess. I don't know. That category with.
I don't think Brian Cage exists at the moment.
He's in that category. Anyway, he's in that category that whenever you see him on TV, they lose. But and then when they're on Dark, they have like an 8-fight winning streak against a bunch of tomato cans. And so. That's probably what took it away. It's just like they haven't built Lethal up to be actually anything. And then it ends with Adam Cole stealing the belt. I feel like we just had a belt stealing somewhere in this show, in this program recently. Don't know who did it, but I feel like someone stole a belt.
Probably Adam Cole again.
Did he steal Hangman? Someone stole Hangman's belt, right?
Yeah, I think it was Adam Cole, and then also Andrade also stole the TNT titles with Matt Hardy.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, I think so.
The point is, I didn't need another belt stealing. I was like, we had this already. And we're building to a rematch between Adam Cole and Hangman Page, even though I wanted them to kind of move on from that. This is the one storyline that they decided to continue and keep it to probably Double or Nothing or whatever they're going to give Adam Cole his title shot. But it was a storyline that I was like, I could walk away from this one. I wasn't feeling it the first time and still not feeling it.
Okay, so Bryan Danielson mocks with William Regal on commentary versus the Varsity Blondes. Julia Hart was sitting on the steps, not looking at the ring, which I found hilarious because I wouldn't want to watch the Varsity Blondes either.
I'm just here to get paid.
I think I've come to the realization why WWE don't tend to name sons of wrestlers after keeping the lineage.
Is it because of Pillman?
I think Pillman, because they talk about Brian Pillman more than they actually ever talk about Brian Pillman Jr. on commentary. And I think that's one of the reasons why. I think that's one of the reasons why, because you want to be talking about the future and stuff. You don't really want to be focusing on his dad with Brian Pillman.
Yeah, but I am in camp of not caring about Brian Pillman for the longest time. And the stories of this is so inconsistent, in which last time we seen Pillman and Mox together, they were celebrating the beautiful Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah. That's the only 2 people I've ever seen do that in my life. But they were celebrating it. And Heroes of Cincinnati, and even I think Pillman was talking about he needs to get his life together or something last time we saw him.
Yeah,
and then they're still doing Varsity Blonde thing. I just could care less. I was happy to see Mox and Danielson win, but as it comes down to it, I don't really need these two as a tag team. I wish they did other things. I wish everybody wasn't joining up in factions.
So they choke out these 2 clowns, and the match was pretty good overall. Mock said he only cares about one man's opinion of him, and that's Lord William Regal. What about Lord Manny Hayes? You prick. Yeah. They aren't giving away free passes to ride with them. And they named this alliance the Blackpool Combat Club, which Levi has said that's the highlight of the naming of the Blackpool Combat Club, because that's the best wrestling name since the Bullet Club. I'm sorry, but Blackpool, being from the UK, is a piece of shit. That is a dump dumpster dive of a place to live, and I don't care who I offend. That no one sticks around in Blackpool. You come to see the seaside, you come to see the rides, and then you go fuck off home. It's basically the Jersey Shore of the UK.
Oh, that's what I was about to ask. I was like, damn, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dive.
At first I was going to compare it to like Long Beach or something where
people live in people choose to live in Long Beach.
Some people. I don't. I didn't. I was thrust upon here with financial restraints. But I think the name's all right. I still, I have no reason for these guys to be teaming together. Yeah.
And then Trent is mad at Yuta as the best friends trained him, and now he wants to leave and join Regal's Tough Guy Club. They both admit to not liking each other, and Yuta says he's not trying to be the best friend he can be, but to be the best wrestler he can be, and then walks off.
Shut up. Everybody shut up. What is all this? What is this? I don't care about Willard Yuta, whatever, and Trent and whatever beef they've had for the past like 8 months. I can't stand the best friends. I hate them. I hate them. And I'm gonna keep saying it until they feel it. Until Trent's mom goes, "Oh my God, he hates my son." I hate them all.
And then we get MJF.
Night for me. Everything else I was fine with. This segment right here pissed me off because it existed.
Because it existed. That's all.
Because it existed. It existed. I was happy with William Yuta being slapped by William Regal and saying, whatever, put him in the group. I don't like the guy. I probably will never like the guy. I'm in the camp with Trent of not liking William Yuta, but I don't need him in any segment. I'm a harsh. I know it's harsh. I know I'm a piece of shit for saying this, but fuck William Yuta, fuck the best friends, and fuck Chino XL too.
So we get MJF. He states that CM Punk cheated to win, and there will be a rematch at some point, and he will give him the most embarrassing loss of his career. He then calls out Wardlow. He calls him a pig because he is a greedy piggy. And thanks to him, people now know who he is. He's gonna make Wardlow's life a living hell. He doesn't work for AEW. He works for MJF, and MJF doesn't want him around anymore.
Well, Tony Khan's a piece of shit for not giving Wardlow a job after he's been slaving for months.
I mean, he signed that contract. Tony Khan can't do anything about this account, apparently, because he's the devil, and that contract is ironclad. MJF is going to continue to pay him, but pay him to stay at home, as it takes 10 men to restrain Wardlow, and then MJF ruins this segment by reminding us that the Pinnacle still exists.
How many? How? Tully's gone. Tully was fired. FTR seems to be doing their own thing. It's just him and Spears. Wardlow's gone.
Well, FTR are now doing it for family. Fast and Furious, Marcus.
I know. I'm not allowing it. Still furious. That's for.
Would you like some of the quick hits?
Sure.
Why should I care about Murderhawk and Dustin?
Because many years ago, the video back and said, many years ago, we had a match, and it was, I guess, all right. And, we're going to do it again because nothing was settled. But realistically, no. I'm not watching Rampage this week. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not watching Rampage this week.
I feel like I'm going to struggle. I may go on strike on Rampage this week as well.
I was on the card and I was like, nah, not me.
Swerve challenged Ricky Starks for a match on Rampage.
Yeah, not doing it for me. For the SCW title, right? Yeah, not happening.
Yeah. Jade wants a better celebration than Thunder Rosa when she gets her 30th win with exotic dancers.
Yeah, I want the exotic dancers. I want to see her celebration come to fruition.
I wanted to lose.
Oh no, her come to 30 wins. It's not impressive. Serena Deeb has over 50, and Sheeta has over 50, which is why they're still fighting to the death.
Yeah, but she's undefeated. That just makes this different.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He has a 500 record.
Okay, this is where Sami Guevara. This is word for word what's written on these notes. Sami Guevara cuts a promo. I didn't care for it. I didn't make any notes.
Verbatim. He was like, "Yo, I'm Sami Guevara, and yo, I'm the cool kid, and I'm out here with my girl Ty Conti, who, you know, as soon as we hooked up together, we have to tell everybody that we're together, but we want to fight Paige Van Sant and whoever at American Top Team, and American Top Team comes out and is like, fuck you, you're a joke, whatever, kiss our ass, we're not picking anybody to fight you. You had your shot with Brandy Rose or some shit. We don't care about this. We don't care." And then they're like, "Yeah, but we paged and I forget the dude's name. Brad Maddox. We paged and Maddox the title. Oh shit!" In segment. They're annoying. I do not like Tay Conti and Sami Guevara. They are annoying.
I don't like them either. I don't like him either. I'd be more happy if I didn't have to watch or review anything he does every week.
Yeah. The more Sami Guevara is out the inner circle, the more I think I hate this man. I hate this man for saying he wanted to rape Sasha Banks. So I hate this man for saying for proposing to his girlfriend. I hate this man for hooking up with Tay Conti. I hate this man for having 2 TNT titles. I hate this man and his stupid size. I hate this man and all his flips. I hate this man. Yes, I do. God damn it. If I could rhyme this, I would hate that would hate.
Someone that's really growing on me is Layla Hirsch as she takes on Red Velvet. Layla puts down Red Velvet with a sleight of hand by getting under the ring one weapon, but then hiding the other weapon. Smartest person ever.
No, but the weapons are bigger than her. The weapons are bigger than her, Manny.
I don't care.
To be fired.
Marcus, I don't care because it prompted this afterwards too. JR, because when she started to attack Red Velvet at the end of the match, JR said somewhere down the line there will be suspensions and fines for attacking people after the match. When, JR? This has been happening for years in any company you've been in.
No, in the WWF under the great tutelage of President Jack Tunney, there would be reverse decisions that would happen after the match. This modern age wrestling, no one is getting fined. They're getting their heat back, and it should be disgusting. It's been going on since the TNA days, and people need to put respect on. You can't attack a person after the match. Just in your match like Dax and Punk, and just walk away with your loss and shame.
What are you talking about? The Usos do this every week.
Yeah, they do it.
They do it even before the match. They don't even care when they get them.
I am talking about every wrestler in modern wrestling today, not just WWE or whatever. Everybody needs to stop. Only under the tutelage of President Jack Tunney, where decisions were reversed after post-match attacks. But since he's died, rest his peace. If he is dead.
Jack Tunney. You know what I miss? And I only notice it when I watch when I occasionally watch New Japan. It's the ringing of the bell consistently when this is happening. Like someone's really gonna stop this.
Yeah. Like, hey guys, the match is over. That's what the ringing of the bell is. Let me remind the wrestlers that the match is over. We know it's over. I won, but I'm still gonna attack this dude.
Ross said the shirt Marcus on has. I can't even read. The shirt Marcus has on is fire. Yeah. That is. I was telling him off air. This is probably one of the favorite shirts I see him wear, and he hasn't worn it in a very long time.
No. I saw it and I was like, I haven't worn this in a long time. I'm gonna bear it all.
He's bearing down.
Bear it down. But back to Layla Hirsch.
I just want to double down on what Maurice said. He, in regards to Sami, he was much better as a heel. Don't really see Sami as redeemable.
Yeah.
I think he's come and gone. I don't think he's anything special. And there's like the problem with AEW is there's 10 other people that could fulfill that spot that could do the exact same thing
and be likable.
Yeah,
he's not. I don't know. It's just something about him isn't likable. And
it's his face. It's his face. Do you know when you look at someone in the face and you go, "That guy's a prick"? Like how I look at Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks, where you just want to punch him in the face. Sami has that face too.
Damn it. Something about those faces. Back to legit Layla her cheating, by the way. I would like to fire the referee for not noticing any of the things she did. It wasn't no sleight of hand, Manny. It was obvious she hit her, and he knew it. He knew it. That's why he didn't even want to count the 3. He's like, why is she laid out like this? He killed Red Velvet, and I want to blame the medical staff for not checking on Red Velvet. Red Velvet could still be laying there dead. I was thinking that she was not moving. She did not move. She could have swallowed her tongue and died. No one seemed to value the life of Red Velvet.
I mean, she's coming straight out of your mama's kitchen. You can bake another one of her. I dislike that they don't even do that anymore, that they don't announce her as coming straight out of your mama's kitchen.
No, they're taking her too serious now, and I think she needs to change her outfits because she looks like she's dressed in the Confederate flag.
No, I don't care. No, anyone can get away with wearing anything until what's that other one? What's her name? The one with Britt Baker. Jamie Hayter. Until she changes her gear, anyone can wear whatever they feel like.
The day she changed her gear is the day I probably end up missing a day at work because I'll be like, something's going on, man. Something's going on in the world. Jamie Hayter to change her outfit. She's the only wrestler, Manny. The only wrestler on any show I've seen wear the exact same thing every single night. Everybody changed
for more than a year now.
Yeah, even Randy Orton changes his shit up every now and then.
I mean, he brings different colored trunks every night. He just decides which color of black and which tint he's going to change to. So the main event was Chris Jericho.
He wore white last year.
Yeah. The main event was Chris Jericho and Danny Garcia versus the Dark Order. Earlier in the night, Jericho states he's going to future endeavor Johnny Hungy, much like they did Santana and Ortiz. Why was this the main event?
I don't know. This could have been anywhere in the show, and I feel like the other segments, whether it's even though I'm not like the fan of the Adams feud, that could have ended the show. That would have been fine. The 8-man with the nostalgia match, basically of all the excitement and energy, that could have ended the show. But this show, it left me with no reason to come back, and I feel like a wrestling show that ends with. Without a cliffhanger or a story to keep me coming back for the next week, especially if it's not a go-home show for a pay-per-view, I'm 100% against. I don't really like.
Yeah, this is why I would have preferred Adam Cole. What happened at the end of Adam Cole and Jay Lethal to end the show, because at least it's your champion, and then your champion's just had his title stolen. So that adds a bit more to let me come back next week, or let me tune into Rampage to see if there's any follow-up of this nonsense or whatever. But yeah, this really didn't leave me with anything. It didn't fulfill anything. This really could have been an opener or a match after CM Punk and Dax.
Yeah. So I feel like this show was a solid show, but it wasn't a show that was very story driven.
I didn't mind.
I'm watching a series.
Yeah, I didn't mind anything that happened on the show, with exception to Sami Guevara. But I think
I didn't realize how much I hated that segment until I started talking about it.
I think the structure of the show could have been better. But they just had to rejuggle stuff for me for it to work better. Wait. Did you just say Jay Lethal? AEW chasing them TNA numbers, huh?
Hold on. As we currently stand, WWE and AEW are chasing them TNA numbers because, as I quote on a past episode from the Instant Coffee, who emailed the show many years ago, I ain't watching no wrestling show that can't get 2 million views. And here we are today.
By the way, that email was me because I was the instant coffee.
Yeah. In which I was, when I heard that, I was like, damn, how times have fallen. In which we're chasing to get the million. We're chasing the million.
We're still harsh in 2022. That show must have been what, 2010?
Yeah. They were doing like 3 million views, and then Manny was like, I'm not watching. Jay Lethal was more than just a TNA better. Although this may be the problem. I didn't like that he was basically Black Machismo Jay Lethal more in that match with Cole, in which he was doing all the twirl, the spin. He did a little Ric Flair, but I just wanted Jay.
But that was the music that he came out to as well.
Kinda. Yeah, it starts off like that.
Yeah.
I don't know who Jay Lethal is. I would like to get interviews with Jay Lethal. In fact, the Thunder Rosa segment, which we left off. Going through the blueprint of what happens when you win a new title. There's a list of people you go through. If you're a woman, you have to go through Nyla Rose, unless you're Jade Cargill. And then if you're a man, you have to go against Ethan
Page.
Joey Janela and Ethan Page.
Joey Janela's done.
I know, but he used to be as soon as you win a TNT title, you got to fight Joey Janela.
Also, I would like to say that they need to change up their finishes. So, like their last 3 matches, which was Adam Cole, Jay Lethal, had the low blow in it, which led to the finish of the match.
There was 5 low blows. I was counting them as we were going because we got it in the 8-man.
Layla Hirsch finished obviously with that weapon shot. And then the final match, which led to the finish, was Chris Jericho nailing, I think it was Johnny Hungy or the other one, in the back with the bat. So I feel like they need to change up their finishes.
They were all different, but they were all the same.
But like realistically, it ended the same.
By the way, can we keep the Dark Order off the main event? Keep them off the main event. It's a dead faction.
Let's move on over to NXT. Yes, that's the right one. NXT opens up with, I really enjoyed this. Roderick Strong versus Solo Sikoa.
Yes.
Solo Sikoa looked really good because of Roddy in this match.
It just shows how good Roddy is and what the purpose of a Roderick Strong in your company. Solo Sikoa has pretty much looked about average, and then he had the Boa match, which I enjoyed, but it was nothing really special in it other than he was big and jumped on through. It killed Boa. Still haven't heard.
Hold on, Ross. Levi said Ross WWE booking shows like TNA. AEW be stealing 98 Raw finishes. WWE steals TNA gimmick. We're starting to sound like Taz, people. We need to slow down. Because Taz is claiming that WWE steal AEW booking with that KO spot to start off Raw.
Oh man, that was one of the worst takes ever. In which, wait a minute, so people have been doing this for years. The troll entrance. And now that he does it, it's like, oh no, they're ripping us off. No one's actually. He probably, honestly, no one was thinking about they're ripping off AEW at that color. Are we ripping off AEW? No.
So let's get back to, what did you think of Roderick Strong versus Solo Sikoa?
Oh, it was fantastic. I enjoyed it. It was the right way to start NXT 2.0 this week, and I was like, man, it was a back and forth battle in which I thought Roddy was actually going to win, but shocking enough, Solo took the win.
Yeah, I think Solo needs this. Roddy's off facing. He's obviously not won, but he's going to face off against Ilya Dragunov on NXT UK.
Yeah, he has other endeavors, which they were alluding to. Roddy's got to be in the UK tomorrow night, and he was there last week. Like, why is he making these? He's really wearing himself out. I would love for that had to be the excuse of why Roddy lost.
A jet lag
and exhausting from taking flights back and forth between these 2 shows.
I think Bivens posted a tweet where they mentioned him on NXT UK last week, And then he tweeted, because they mentioned him, he's like, I was in the roof eating beans and toast whilst watching this match. And then we get an Indy Persia spot at the back where India and Persia are arguing over the TMZ article and the events of last week between her, Dexter, and Duke. And then Persia names her coupled name Dusha, which sounds stupid.
Yeah, but whatever. Did they really put this many TikTok views? Is this the most TikTok?
I don't know. I don't care.
In the orgy segment, and probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen.
So we get the following match of Tony D'Angelo versus Dexter Lumis. The match was going well. I was actually enjoying a Tony D'Angelo match until
Dexter Lumis was actually having a real wrestling match for a change. It's been a while.
Yeah, and then Tony goes for his crowbar, which Indy takes away, and then Persia snatches it out of her hands, and then there's a tug of war between her and Persia, allowing the momentum to swing and hit Dexter in the face, resulting in the win for Tony.
All right, we're talking about this is a 1998 finish right here.
Now this is the 80s finish. This is very much an 80s finish. Because of this, Persia is now my least favorite Australian.
Who was there first? Who was there? Who was
the Bushwhackers?
They're from New Zealand, right?
Same thing.
Manny's bigotry comes out. Zealanders,
Their flags look the same.
Same accents. You say Bronson Reed, I say Jonah. Same shit. I hate them all. Damn it.
Indy blames Persia for letting go of the crowbar. She says no and says her man Duke can get the job done inside and outside of the ring. And then Dexter draws Gunther, and then Persia talks him into a match.
I don't believe he drew this painting that fast. I just can't believe it. Even though he looked like that man was working really hard, I can't believe he could have drew that painting real fast. But I don't believe that's how you should. Who's booking these matches on NXT? Dexter just drew a painting, and somehow Duke Hudson, the cigarette tobacco wielding Marlboro man, ends up fighting Gunther. Damn it! And Carmelo just out there going like, "You passed stage 1. Now it's time to go to stage."
Tony says last week Tommaso took the bait. He's going to be the new Don of NXT. Arrives at Stand and Deliver. Ciampa comes from behind and hits the fairy tale ending. Tells Tony he doesn't get to tell him when he is done, and at Stand and Deliver he will write his own fairy tale ending.
Hey, way to bring that back with the finish and all that. But somehow Tony D'Angelo and Tommaso Ciampa has generated enough heat in their feud to have more invested in them and then the Adams on AEW for whatever reason.
Elektra Lopez versus Fallon Henley happened. The less said about this, the better.
Hey, come on. It's got to be in the top 3 best Elektra Lopez matches. Got to be in the top 3.
There's only been like 3.
I know. That's why I say it's in the top 3. By the way, is Fallon with the country boys?
Yeah.
She's official because now she's wearing the plaid, the jeans.
Yeah.
It's funny how that happens to women only. It's like, oh, we have to start dressing like the men now because I am trying to fuck Boy Buchanan's son. His friend is trying to watch. I don't know what's going on with that.
Draco's still getting called by Joe Gacy. He's even sending him subliminal videos.
Okay. Manny, you're upset with somebody, or they want you to join something, and they keep calling you over and over. And not only did they call you now, they left a video message. What are you doing? Are you going to just block? I would just block them, right? You can just block them. In the modern age, you can just block people.
Yeah, I don't think Draco understands how to use his phone.
I feel like that video, he's like, you want to see some shit, Zion? And then he's like, sure. Why are you showing me this? I thought you were going to show me some titties, man. I thought you were gonna show me something. He's like, I got your back. I smell the Tatanka all over him. I smell it.
I like how Tatanka's our thing for a sellout.
Yeah. I'm gonna sell out. No matter how many Uncle Toms there are in the world, but if you tell me there's a sellout out there, I'm thinking Tatanka. You son of a bitch. You did that to Luger. You son of a bitch. I don't even like Luger. I don't even like him, but you were calling him a sellout for weeks, and then it was you who sold out Tatanka. You are a traitor. Straight to the Dakota tribe.
Then we get a really good match, surprisingly. Bobby Roode versus Bron Breakker.
Bobby can wrestle? This guy moves?
Yeah, you forget. I forgot this. Roode breaks out the big Papa Pump elbow drop, which I thought was a really nice spot.
I have not seen that elbow drop in a long time, and it was nice. And considering I think they were in some form of a faction, probably in TNA together, this makes sense. I think.
And then I think Breaker's is benefiting from this program with Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, because that is a very quick education. If you're going to the main roster, they're probably one of the better two that you could learn from immediately.
Yeah. And just in-ring work-wise, they're both really good veterans. Ziggler probably a little bit better than Roode, but Roode is that strong veteran, have him fight a different style. Like Roode has that old school wrestling style that, you know, people don't really do anymore, where it's no topes or dives or fancy spots or super kicks. He is basically he's basically Dax at this point. But older. And I think this is really benefiting Breakker, and they're really preparing him for the main roster in the right way. I was happy to see Bobby though just wrestle again by himself. And I knew Bobby was taking the pin, but we got the glorious entrance. We got an actual Bobby Roode match where he's not in there for like 2 minutes and then loses.
An actual Bobby Roode promo that people should respect him because he's a former NXT champion.
Yes. I forgot this guy talks too. Like, it was just all this stuff. And you go like, oh yeah, maybe they should run with Bobby again. And then you go like, nah, he's kind of old. He's kind of old at this point.
Marcus, I think this may have been your favorite segment of NXT. We go to Chase University, where Bodie's written an essay about fortitude, and Sarnelli decides to interrupt him. Bodie rips him a new one, much like Andre Chase, and says,
"Who taught you to talk like that?"
Yeah, and then tells Sarnelli to shut the fuck up and let Bodie finish. And they didn't bleep it out properly because you heard the whole thing.
Yeah. It was poor bleeps, but it was taped and intentional because they knew what they can get away with. And I appreciate them laugh at I can't say the guy's name, Chanelli or whatever.
Sanelli,
whatever. He got cussed out this week, and I enjoyed watching some Chase U segments.
Then he challenges Von Wagner, and now that's a teachable moment. You dumbass.
Best faction in wrestling, don't care. And I know it's only one guy at this point.
So we got Grayson Waller versus A-Kid. This match was very quick, but I really enjoyed it. I think A-Kid needs to be in that ladder match, but like that transition when he went for that cutter and then he turns it into a submission hold.
Yeah,
nice spot. Very fluid spot.
Very
clean. I've seen it before by others, but like anytime you see it, it looks smooth.
It's so clean. It was so clean, and I was shocked how quick this match was, and I was shocked that A-Kid lost. But then when Mello decided to change the rules again, because Mello, it'll give you losers a second chance in a triple threat match. It'll be Roderick Strong, Cameron Grimes, and A-Kid in a match that I think is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's winning. I don't know. Because logic tells me A-Kid could be in this ladder match as you want to push the younger guy into there, or, someone who's newer to the brand. But Roddy would be that veteran that would help the ladder match. But Grimes has the redemption story that he needs to prove to his father. So I'm going to put my money on Grimes in this one.
Levi says A-Kid is talented. I'll get to his other comments in a bit.
He's so talented that he has the stupidest name in wrestling, but yet I can't call him out on it because I enjoy his work.
Trick deserves what he got, right? Because Melo says he may be called A-Kid, but he'll never be the A champion. Trick says he'll be taking out the A mama and gets kicked for his troubles. He deserved that, right?
Might be. You know how you said to chase you? This is my line of the night. Because this didn't even come to me. Because if you go about A-Kid, I'm going to A mama. I'm like, oh shit. I'm the A champ and I'm going to A mama, and I'm going like, what the fuck, Trick?
Robert Stone wants to talk business with some blonde lady. I don't know who that is.
Don't know either.
The Creed brothers versus GYV. A video is played after the match with someone trashing the Diamond Mine gym, and since they can't find them, they'll find the Creeds. I felt this video was really tacky.
What the hell? I enjoyed the video. It did give me a little Retribution vibes, but it did leave me wondering, who the hell could these guys be?
How is his text coming out live on a video like that?
It's just a video, and I don't know. You know, they just use the filter, the closed caption filter on there.
But one of them's wearing snakeskin boots.
Who is this? Who like the snake? So this is the evidence we have: snakeskin boots. Apparently, Creed brothers remember hearing accents, and they have to have benefited from them being taken out. And it's only Legardo I feel like would be
one of them looked like Roddy. The one spray painting looked like Roddy.
It did. I thought it was
like the
Roddy,
same height, same build as Roddy.
So Roddy is turning on Diamond Mine?
I don't think so. Although he's clearly forgotten about by the other three. He's supposed to be the leader of Diamond Mine, but he's become the forgotten man of Diamond Mine. So we get Duke Hudson versus Gunther.
Oh my god!
Gunther absolutely destroyed Duke. There's some slaps that echoed. There's the chops that echo were like, damn.
Yeah. So most of the time when you watch Gunther, formerly known as Walter, wrestle, he's fighting people that are about pretty much smaller than him. Duke is about his size. And I've never seen him be more vicious than any of my life with them chops. That shit was loud. I remember we were talking about Bianca being slapped or slapping Becky. Yeah, Becky. Bianca slapping Becky with the hair, and you saying that may have been a sound effect. This was clearly not a sound effect, but goddamn, did it sound like a sound effect?
It sounded like Duke Hudson is hollow.
Yeah,
but there's nothing in him. Like there's just no bone or any, no skeleton, nothing. Just an empty shell of that.
Yeah. When he chopped him and that one time, I think it was probably the second chop, and he chopped him, and I felt like Duke Hudson's soul jumped out of his body at that moment. It was similar to Spider-Man No Way Home when Doctor Strange hit Spider-Man. He's like, what the fuck? That's what it looked like. It was just bah! And then you heard it, and then that entire crowd, I've never heard a holy shit, super holy shit going like, what the fuck? Because that one was a wave of a holy shit. Because you see it on their face going like, oh, he's really hitting him. And then it's like, holy shit.
And then, do you know the only thing missing from that?
What?
Was the classic when Walter hit you? Oh.
Oh. I don't know. I feel like there's a tape out there of Walter breathing like Ted DiBiase. And
that isn't him breathing. That's him making sure you've heard what he said he was doing.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying there's a video of him breathing like that. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Man needs to stop smoking.
My favorite match of all time just because of that. But anyway, yeah. Duke Hudson died.
Marcus, I really want to. I will get the copyright strike if we watch that match live.
Because that match has no commentary. It would be nice if we could provide the commentary to that match. I am down for that. So people can know what we're listening to. It sounds like a dog strangling on something.
Gunther says he is the most dominant competitor in NXT, but he is still overlooked, and it's a disgrace. Out comes LA Knight, who clearly has a death wish.
That's the exact moment I said bye.
I was like, have you not seen what he just did to Duke Hudson? And he's bigger than you.
Yeah. It sounded like gunshots the way he was hitting Duke Hudson. You remember in the wrestling game? I don't remember. SmackDown versus Raw, and the Great Khali's chop sounded like a gunshot.
All the finishes sounded like all the finishes had that weird gunshot sound to them when you did them. But when you did the Great Khali chop, it just sounded worse.
Yeah. So that's what I feel like it happens with Gunther chop, and apparently LA Knight wants to smoke of these Gunther chops, which he needs to stay back from because this old man's about to die. He about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me talk to you. You wake up the end to talk after those chops.
Gunther says LA Knight does a lot of talking, but has very little skill. You talk yourself into all these matches, yet you lose all of them.
You know, it's not like getting into an argument with somebody and they just hit you with facts. There's nothing you can do. The only thing you can respond with, well, you're a dumbass.
LA Knight uses his actions to settle the match, but then gets outnumbered by Imperium. But MSK come out to make the save and even the odds. Cameron Grimes hits us with a uplifting bummer of a video package. I didn't need to be reminded of what he said last week. And then for him to go into further detail about that, it really brought down the tone of how much I was enjoying NXT.
Yeah, it was... God, emotions. My emotions.
I mean, and also, if you haven't watched that thing I mentioned on Tuesday, Kuroto lives at home, lives alone. Go watch that and go have the rest of your week emotionally.
I'm gonna watch that over my weekend and be all moody for the rest of the year.
Marcus, you can call me. Call me when you feel sad. I will try and cheer you up.
I'm gonna be angry with you, man. My anger is gonna come out at you, but then it's gonna slowly.
Why did you make me watch this?
Why did you make me watch this, Manny? Why did you make me watch this? Why did you make me watch this?
I'm because of it. But why did you make me watch this?
Just go hug somebody, Marcus. Go hug somebody. Oh, fuck you, man.
Although alternatively, you could watch what I binge watched today. I binge watched Top Boy, and now I can't stop calling people pussy holes.
What is Top Boy? Oh yeah, I know what that is. It's on Netflix.
The new series on Netflix.
Season 2, right?
Season 2 come out. I think last week, and I got around to finishing that today.
Yeah.
So we get the main event: Dakota Kai and Wendy Chu versus Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray. This was actually a surprisingly pretty good match.
You know what? For all the gimmicks that is Wendy Chu, and whether she was mailing, which was a waste of her all this time.
Yeah,
she's an actually good wrestler. Who saw this happening? She's actually good.
I don't think she'll be main roster bound. I don't ever think she'll be main roster bound. That's the problem.
Wait, why is she in a racist gimmick though? How is it racist? She's just lazy.
Mailing?
Oh,
I don't think it was racist.
It wasn't. It was just she was a 1,000-year-old dragon lady of some kind. I won't say anything Wendy Chu did great, but I thought this was a really good match. Good final. Went back and forth. I'm glad the Toxic Lounge has abandoned their perch above and sat next to Big Joseph because they would never sit next to Wade Barrett because they're afraid of him.
But they love them some. Well, because Vic Joseph is safe.
Yeah, he's safe. He's safe. Oh, but nice back and forth. Io lands her moonsault. I think she got a lot of legs.
No. She got the benefit of a good angle, Marcus. She got the benefit of a good angle. She Jeff Hardy'd that. You know she did.
But overall, solid in conclusion to the Dusty Classic and solid into the show as well. I was like, oh, this is good. This is the way you end the show. Leave it on a cliffhanger. leave it scored to build it up to stand and deliver the biggest show in NXT history, as they like to call it. Although I do miss the name Takeover.
Well, we can still call it Takeover Stand and Deliver. They said Toxic Attraction lead the celebration. Mandy congratulates them. They said Wendy and Dakota blew it, but they are sadly mistaken if they think they can beat Gigi and JC. They said that they're going to destroy Toxic Attraction, and instead of cashing in against Gigi and JC, cashing it in for the women's championship, making it a fatal 4-way, which I didn't think you could do.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Who's making the rules here? Can we talk to Commissioner Mello? What
the hell is happening?
So I don't know. Obviously, Marcus is a fan of Radiohead. So
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
What the hell is going on? Oh no. I don't belong here.
And then Petty Gigi, which is why we also love her, throws champagne and then a brawl happens.
Yeah. I mean, when she brought the champagne in the ring, one, I knew Gigi has had way too much and she needs to put the bottle down. And two, I knew it was going into somebody's face. But
I mean, Gigi,
go ahead.
No, but Gigi always brings the fire.
Yeah. She's pure violence. I feel like, JC Jade is the brains of the operation. Gigi is the aggression and violence. And Mandy, I'm glad it's not wrestling Cora Jade in a singles match anymore. Thank God. Thank God. I think that's what happened to this one. They were like, hey, do we really want to go this route of Cora Jade versus Mandy Rose? What do you mean?
Because they're putting the title on Cora. You know they are.
Yeah. Cora's clearly getting it. But I did not want to see that match. It was going to be terrible.
No one wanted to see that match.
Elo and Kaylee Ray is going to make this match watchable because without them, it's nothing. But now the tag team champions are bumped from the card. Imagine them being like Seth Rollins going like, wait, we're on the card, right? Yeah, you're going to be in the tag team match when it does Classic. There's nothing that can interrupt that, right? No. Fatal 4-way suggestion. Damn it! Damn it!
You know who this opens the door for, though?
Who?
Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai.
Oh yeah, huh? Consolation point. Everybody wins. Only on NXT 2.0. Everybody wins.
Unless, because they seem to be picking up Storm every week, the KC Express somehow jump in with their elaborate entrances.
Nah, not happening for them. Not happening. Even though I do like them, I think they're the best female tag team in wrestling today. Because they've been there. One, they've been there together the longest. Two, they have tag team moves. They have a name of the KC Express. They have elaborate entrances together. Just not going to make the show.
So, all in all, I feel like both shows brought the same to the table. I think I may have enjoyed NXT a little bit more, but not by much.
I'm going to say NXT 2.0 gets the nod because of storytelling, and it leaves you with stuff like, oh man, what's going to happen? What's this and there? And it seems like it's building towards something. Dynamite is currently in that we just had a pay-per-view. We're going to rebrand everybody stage.
Yeah.
Like after every pay-per-view is like post WrestleMania, it's like, oh, season starts over again. Every character is different. Like Bryan Danielson was a son of a bitch before Revolution. After Revolution, he's been baptized through fire. Now he's a good person.
Yep.
But
so
yeah.
that's the end of the show. We've got a lot coming up in the next few weeks. We've got the WrestleMania watch along this week.
WrestleMania 14.
WrestleMania 14 watch along tomorrow. We've got the regular Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast in the lead up to WrestleMania.
For the love of God, watch the motherfucking son of a bitch. Bad cursing in you pussy holes. Watch the damn Saturday show. Watch the Saturday show.
No, Marcus, when you say it, because it's mostly an English thing to say. Drop the H.
Yeah.
You pussy hole.
Pussy hole. Pussy hole. I've never seen the show. I'll probably be able to say it better and adapt it become a new person by,
You become
tomorrow.
you start adding roadman tendencies to your vocabulary.
So Levi goes, A Kid is probably a play on Radio's head, Kid A.
Okay. What time is the WrestleMania 14 watch along?
Same time tomorrow.
Maurice, I think it's 1 a.m. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Central.
An hour from now, 23 hours from now.
Which will be me, Ross, and Marcus watching WrestleMania 14. Join us if you can. I think you should. We've
survive if we let you.
Next week is WrestleMania week. WrestleMania week.
WrestleMania.
We've got the regular programming as usual. We've got Raw is Retro. Raw is Retro is also coming out at maybe about 6 hours earlier than tomorrow. So there's time for the watch along. We've got Raw is Retro out next week as well. We've got all the watch along. So make sure you join in. And the best of is going to come out maybe the day after WrestleMania.
And then sometime in post WrestleMania, everything else, the show hosted by me and Jamal, will be coming out about everything else that isn't the WWE or AEW. The smaller brands, the Impact.
The show has been labeled ETE.
Yeah, ETE, everything else.
ETE.
Although it does sound like ET, the extraterrestrial, is selling drugs. Yeah, you got that ETE? Yeah, I got that ETE. I don't know why that popped in my head, but E.T. just selling ecstasy is always it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Spielberg, talk to me, please. Please. We can make a sequel about E.T. selling ecstasy, and it could be a crime story. It'd be amazing. And if people got a phone home, he can still use the gimmick of E.T. phoning home, and it's just him on his second phone, one for the plug. He got a phone home for a minute. Got this ETE.
Why do we always have the strangest ideas at the end of the show?
Because we've gone through a bunch of other strange ideas. Because wrestling's a very strange place, and they go through all their strange stories, and we cover all their strange stories, and it puts us in a strange mindset. But E.T. selling ecstasy is a movie I would want to see. I'm just saying, and call it E.T. And then,
I want to play the dirty cop in that.
Get out, E.T. You and your radio because they don't have guns because they swapped it out. So you're like beating them with a radio because they're not allowed guns in ET anymore. So you're just beating ET with a radio.
Some good cocaine.
Alien cocaine. These aren't Reese's Pieces. That's pure cocaine, ET.
What are you calling this? Moon dust?
Oh man, ET's family comes back and they're just dealing drugs to us and controlling the narrative.
Controlling the narrative.
By the way, I don't believe there's anybody completely alive that have seen ET other than probably the people in this chat because we're all old.
I preferred Mac and Me. I'm just being honest.
I just like one scene at Mac and Me, and that's when the wheelchair boy is falling off the thing. He's like, "Oh no!"
That's because you're a horrible person.
Yes, and it's the greatest clip of all time because Paul Rudd keeps showing it all the time. It's great. It's great. I laugh at that all the time.
Yeah, you're a horrible person, Marcus.
By the way, Last Dragon on HBO Match. If we make it to 200 subscribers, people, 200 subscribers, instant Last Dragon watch along. No matter what, it will happen. Watch the first black man go Super Saiyan live with us to celebrate it. When he fights the Booker T inspired Shonuff.
Yeah, I did agree to this. I did agree to finally, if we make 200 subscribers, we will finally do the Last Dragon watch along.
You are the last dragon.
But that means we do have to get 200 subscribers, even if that means you sign up your dog or your cat to YouTube and Google accounts.
Hold on. Spare the cats. Spare the cats.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like saying that. Spare the cats. They won't watch anyway if they do subscribe. Cats are assholes.
And that's it for this week. We'll see you tomorrow. You'll see me on Roy's Retro 6 hours earlier than normal, I believe. And then following that 6 hours at normal time, WrestleMania 40.
To Mike Tyson, Steve Stone Cold Austin.
Steve Stone Cold Austin.
Yeah. Heartbreaking Michael Shines. And we're going to have a wham-packed adventurous edition of WrestleMania. Brought to you by Vince McMahon and Don King Promotions.
Do you know what the best part of that last Raw before WrestleMania in '98 is? Mike Tyson being allowed on a live microphone. And Shawn Michaels asking who's going to defeat Steve Austin at WrestleMania? You will, Heartbreak. Word for word. Mike Tyson should never be allowed on a live microphone.
No.
So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll also be back on Saturday. Toupee Tuesday is Tuesday.
Ooh, the hair comes out.
Action-packed next week. You make sure you join us for every show. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you Gunther chop that like button. Oh, we were in sync. But don't do it to yourself.
No. You gotta do it to yourself.
Gunther chop that like button.
When I get kinky, Manny, when I'm by myself, I Gunther chop myself and they go to work. That's what
That's taking the best off, and you've done that to yourself.
No, it wasn't good. It didn't work. I didn't have it all worked out.
And much like how the theme was of Radiohead, we don't belong here.